In this video, I'm going to give you a valve installation tip, something to never do. Do not do this. Do not do the thing that I found this morning. Let me show you something. Now we're over here at this job, and we're actually redoing this main line, bringing it down this way, and so I'm having to dig all this by hand. And I'm digging right here. I knew this valve box was here. You can see all the wires that I've dug up, and I knew that was going to be the case when I got close to this valve box. But then I'm still digging, and look what I found. Found another valve. Now the valve installation tip I want to give you today, anytime that you're replacing a valve, adding a valve, redoing a valve, never just bury the valve in the ground. Always put a valve box around a valve. And see, you can see these are in a valve box. That's just fine. This one wasn't. Of course, I'll zoom in here. I cut the wire to the solenoid, so I don't even know that it's long enough for me to splice. I'll probably have to change that solenoid out. But I'm glad I didn't bust this valve and flood out this area and cause a bunch of problems and delay my progress here. Never just bury a valve. It is not a good idea. Always put it in a valve box. And not just one valve, but now dig this out, two valves buried over here. They got the wires going into this valve box. But let me tell you, this has got to be the smallest valve known to man right here. To be honest with you, I've never seen a small valve like that. So if you're watching this and you know what this is and what it's used for, please leave a comment below because I want to learn something. This is the smallest valve, and I turned it on. I didn't see anything happen, but it's just crazy. But another valve just buried. Have no idea what it does. This is great. You always want to have all of your valves in a valve box. And the reason is because at some point in time, you're going to have to get back to that valve to maybe fix something. Or maybe you need to turn on a zone just manually to check some things and things like that. So you want to have it in a valve box. And really, these things last a long time, but they don't last forever. Sometimes one gets stuck open and you're going to need to shut the water off, take that valve apart and flush it out. Or a solenoid might go bad. I mean, there's just a lot of things that sometimes happen with parts and valves and irrigation systems. That being the case, you always want to be able to get down into those valves and get to them easily. Put the right size of valve box, but get down to them easily to where you can do the repair work and do the general maintenance on these things as you need to. So don't ever just bury a valve. It's not a good idea. Because if you had a problem with this valve, we would have had to trace the wires, we'd have to do a lot of digging, and it would have been a pain trying to find it. But had it been in a valve box, could have opened a valve box, found it right there. Kelly Staggs here, American Irrigator, trying to make you a better irrigator. Consider subscribing, hitting that bell, that way you don't miss any tips. And if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up.